guys, today I'm filming my second update for my summer project pan, and I have a lot of exciting progress and empties to share with you. It has been a month since my last update, so no time to chit chat. Let's just jump on in with my empties. First being my little mini sunscreen, the Supergoop Play SPF 50 Everyday Lotion. This is not my favorite. It does give a lot of glow, but in a way that makes me feel really oily. And it's fine under makeup, but I do prefer the glow screen, so I would not repurchase this. I would like this for my body. However, it's kind of too expensive for me to purchase for a body sunscreen, but I was excited to try a different formula. Next would be the primer I rolled in, and I went through this so quickly, which is very sad. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is only a 4 ml size, where most sample primers are 5 ml, and I liked the texture of this. It was very smooth, but it wasn't like super slippery silicone-y like some other mattifying primers are. I reviewed this in a monthly makeup roundup from last month, and I said that it's not the most mattifying, and it's definitely not. I know some people with dry skin that like this, so for an oily person like me, it doesn't do enough in the matte department, but it's something that I would like to try again because I don't think it wore bad on my skin. It didn't make my makeup patch off weird, so definitely something I'd like to try more, but I am kind of sad I wasted 100 points on this because I feel like I could have gotten almost the same amount of product in just a little sample jar from going in store, so that's a bummer. Next, I used up my primer spray. Just finished this morning. There's a tiny bit in there, but it is just like sometimes a little, and that's it. So my little 1 ounce size of MAC Fix Plus, I absolutely love this. I have some full sizes, and I prefer to use this to help melt my powders into my skin, but this was a very nice priming spray. However, I don't think a priming spray is necessary in general, but it was older and I'm happy with the way that I used it up. And then I last month had rolled in this full-size setting spray, but I only used it a couple of times before I went on a trip and took this little travel setting spray with me, and then I decided to just go ahead and use it up. I just finished this yesterday as well, so this lasted me about a month, which is really impressive. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray Original. This is my favorite, and this little mini comes with half a fluid ounce or 15 mils, so I'm very happy I was able to get through that. Then I also used these up. I took the stoppers out, which was a little challenging, and then I tried to scrape them with a Q-tip just because of the packaging of these little minis. I wasn't able to get out every drop, but still good enough, I'd say. So the first one is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand in the shade Alight, and this is a nice peachy champagne glowy product. It's not quite a liquid highlight. It's not quite a glowy primer, so it's not something I would buy. I definitely don't think it's necessary, but it was fine to use up. And then I finished this little mini Shape Tape Concealer in 20S Light Sand, and I was surprised that this shade worked for me, but it definitely did. It matched my skin tone a little bit better, and I got a slight bit of color this summer, so it worked perfectly. Here's what this one looks like, and I'm really happy that I used up this sample because I hadn't used this concealer in a long time, and I do still really love it. And I actually pulled out my full size, and it's feeling a little bit lighter than I thought, so I might try to finish that by the end of the year, even though I know I just took it out of my year-long project because I wasn't using it. I think I'm going to try my best to use that up as well, which would be incredible. So that's going to be my goal. But I finished off that mini, which is great. I'm glad to get a little baby out of my collection. Then you're probably not surprised by this. I did finish my powder foundation, my Maybelline Better Skin in 10 Porcelain. I did end up repressing this to finish it completely and just have it apply easier. This is a great shade match for me. This is a nice formula that helps to mattify the skin. I think this is great. I think the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear is just as good, if not a little bit better than this. And this isn't available anymore either, but I didn't like the Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation. I thought this one was better, so I'm really happy L'Oreal came out with a good alternative. So very happy to have finished that as well. I went through it so much quicker this time than I did trying to use it as a setting powder last year, so it makes sense, but I really like that and I'm very happy to have it out of my collection. Next, I finished up my lip gloss, which feels great. This is my little mini Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade Mudslide. I took out the stopper here as well. The Buxom stoppers, at least for me, are always such a challenge to get out. I'm usually like stabbing my hand with the tweezers and everything, but it is worth it. I absolutely love this color. It's a great neutral coral. This is something that I do plan on getting next year if it's part of the spring 21 Days of Beauty. Usually is, so we will see. I know I have enough glosses and especially enough Buxom ones, but I love this shade so much. Then I've got some little perfume empties. So first is something that I had only used one time as of my last update, and it was this little mini Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, and the size is a little too small for me to read right now, but I love this. It's one of my favorite scents of all time. I do think that the Intense version does smell like the original, but it's a little bit more long lasting, which I definitely prefer. So I think once I use up my large bottle of the original that I would purchase this instead, but it is a go-to spring summer scent for me, so it was nice to just use up that little baby. And then I am starting to work on just my little regular perfume samples, and I've tried some that I passed on because I wasn't in love with the scent, but I did get 2 of the Givenchy Irresistible, and this is super nice. So I did use up the both of these, although I'll say that I had a really hard time spraying these out for some reason, both of them. And one of them has white packaging and one of them has pink packaging, but I think that they're the same. I don't see, I'll have to look it up. I don't see any words on here that would lead me to believe they're different. Yeah, it looks the same. And it says floral, woody, musky, sparkling, fruity rose, dancing with tender musky wood. Whatever that means, but I like this so much that I would probably get a rollerball or travel spray size of it. Very nice. I think I would really like that for fall winter. So that is definitely a win. So those are all the things I used up, which was a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 products plus the 2 perfume samples, which is really good. So now to show you the progress on the other items that I have, as well as the things that I'm gonna be rolling in for this last month, just to see what type of progress I can make. So I have already started working on a new mini sunscreen. This is the Kinship Self Reflect Probiotic Moisturizing Sunscreen. This has 0.26 ounces or 7.5 grams. I held it up to Alight and I'm already down here. So this will definitely be finished by the finale. And I always know I'm gonna get through these, but having them in this project encourages me to put sunscreen on every day, which is good enough of a reason for me to include them. Then for mini primers, I recently got 3. I started using all 3. I hope to finish all of them by the end of the month. I think it's possible because these are halfway done. This one I have like 2/3 left. So these 2 are more of my priority, but we'll see. I think if I put makeup on every day, some days twice a day, because I have been putting makeup on like work from home, then wiping it off and putting different filming makeup on. I did that today. So if I continue to do that, it's possible, which would be great. So we'll see. This first one is the Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. You can see that I am right here. Then I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer. I am right here. Then the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. I am right here. So the Say has the standard 5 mLs. Smashbox is 5 mLs and Laura Mercier is as well. So we'll see. I'm going to do my best to get through all 3 of them. Then we have my foundation, which is definitely feeling lighter, but there is still a good size air bubble in here because when I'm trying to squeeze the packaging to feel where I'm at, I literally am still at the top and product is coming out, but I can tell this has a huge air bubble, but that it's also much lighter. So when I rolled this in, it weighed 0.997 ounces. First update was 0.844 ounces, and now it weighs 0.711. So seeing some good consistent progress here, which makes me happy. I did try out several other products over this past month, so I'm feeling focused that I would love to finish it. If not, I will finish it in fall. I've absolutely been adoring this foundation, which has been a wonderful part of including it into my project, but I'm very happy with the progress that I'm making here. Still not able to see through the packaging at all. Then I'm not going to be introducing a new powder foundation. I am testing the Fenty one, basically to see if I want to pan that in fall. So I am using that one as well as some other like skin tint products when I'm working from home. So no add-ins there, but I do have 2 full-size mists that I want to just start making a little bit of progress on, and we'll see if we'll finish them by the end of the year. I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to start using this as my primer spray because I have a lot of setting sprays right now. And this is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. This has 100 mils or 3.38 fluid ounces. Only used it not at all so far, actually. So it starts out right here. So we'll see. And then I have to finish this by the end of the year. I have to. I know that I keep like concealer, keep working on other things, but I need to, like, hear me now. I'm going to be dedicated to using my full-size Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and this Urban Decay All Nighter Summer Solstice Setting Spray for the rest of the year until they're gone. Hold me to it, guys. Hold me to it, please. I tried to weigh this. Still too heavy for the scale. This has 4 fluid ounces in it. I really, really do enjoy this though. Then for my lip products, we have my lip care item. This is the Buxom Plump Shot Collagen Infused Lip Serum. I have been putting this on every time I do a makeup as my first step, and I've been really enjoying that. I love the way it makes my lips feel. I love the consistency of this. I did just a few days ago take out the stopper, which was such a challenge. I almost gave up. I jacked it up. I stabbed my hand. And there's still a lot of product on the wand and coating the sides. This will be done by the finale, but I think it's going to take me longer than I'm expecting. It's clear, so I don't know that you're going to be able to see it. And then Buxom did just come out with 2 shimmery versions of this. I do think I want the peachy one, but something that I can wait until, you know, maybe it's included in an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or like a sale towards Christmas time or with my points. So I'll hold off on it, but I would love to get any more little samples of it. This is definitely my favorite lip plumper that I've tried. Really nice. Then we have a gloss that I introduced last update. I'm wearing this one today. I try to wear, so far I have been able to wear a different lip product, I think, in each of these updates, including my intro, which is exciting. This is a little mini I got in a kit. It is the Ilia Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil in Tahiti. I am right here because I've already been using this. I really like this formula, and I just need to be consistent with applying this before my meetings. And as I mentioned to you guys, I allow myself to put on colored lip products one time on the way to work, one time on the way home from work. So I have been very consistent about that. So I definitely think this should be finished up. Then we have all of the various things that I was trying to use a certain number of times, which would be a few cream blushes and a few eyeliners. So we will start with the cream blush. My goal was to use each of these 5 times. I have now hit my 5 use goal. I cannot remember where I was at last time. For a few of these, I used them 3 times, and a few I used twice. So I used them all for the 5th time and then put them to the side, and have been using a few powder blushes over the past couple of days. So this first one is Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur and Coral Cloud, one of my favorite formulas. My Merit Cream Blush in Beverly Hills. My Beauty Counter Cheeky Clean Cream Blush in Cider. And the Tarte Breezy Cream Blush in Peach Sunset. I think for my fall project, I will try to make a note of how many uses were for each update, not just total. So that will be coming, but like I said, I used 2 of these 3 times as of last update and 2 of them twice. Then I had my pencil liners. I wanted to use all of these 5 times. So at my last update, I had still left 1 use each on these Colourpop Creme Gel liners in Crystal Crush and Plum Smash. I did use them 1 time each. Then I had these 3 eyeliners. The first one being Persona Bronze, and I have now used this 8 out of my goal 5 uses. Then I have my Nabla Cupid's Arrow Full Color Stylo liners in arrow number 5 and arrow number 7. The caramel color, I use this one 7 times, and then this more burgundy shade I have used 5 times. So I've already exceeded my goal on 2 of these, but because I have a month left and they're gonna go with the palette I want to use this month, I'm going to increase my goal to use each of these 3 liners 10 times total. So just a few more uses left. I don't think that should be an issue at all. And then if you guys remember last month for eyeshadow, I used a whole bunch of random stuff. I wanted to use everything once. I did hit my goal using everything once, but I will show you the products. So I had 2 of the Jacqueline Cosmetics Shimmer Top Coats. I wanted to use all 6 of them. I had already used 4 of the 6 by last update, so then I just wanted to use the other 2 shades 1 time each. This is the lightest shade Icicle, which is like a champagne, and the darkest color Frozen, which is a nice dark brown with a little bit of warmth to it. I had this Natasha Denona single in 52M Golden Beige, the Natasha Denona Baby Biba palette, Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. I used every shade in here, so I created 3 different looks with this. I did use every shade in this Aether Beauty Desert Sunset palette, but these center ones I used for filming, and then I did create 3 other looks for work focused around these 3 different shimmers. And then I don't remember which shades I used for filming and which ones I used for work makeup, but I did also use every shade in this Colourpop Malibu Barbie palette. And even though I was using all those shadows, I still had time to test a couple chopping block things, which was awesome. So then the palette that I want to roll in for this month, where I want to use every single shade 1 time, we're sticking with Natasha Denona, and this is another palette I haven't used at all. By the end of the year, I want to test all the Natasha Denona palettes that I have. I got so many last year. And the one I'm going to be using for this month is the Classic Sunset palette. A lot of beautiful shades in here, only 15 colors, and some of these I'm going to want to probably just save for filming or for the weekend, but most of these shades are definitely work appropriate. So guys, this was my second update for my summer project pan. So happy with all the progress I've made so far, how many things I've used up, and I do feel really good about where we're going to end up for this project, which is great because I'm already getting geared up for my fall project. So let's see. Feeling very good. Let me know in the comments what you think that I'm going to be able to finish by my finale. I would love to know what project pans you guys are doing currently. I am doing my year-long project pan that I referenced a few times in this video, as well as my rolling sample project pan that I update monthly, where I am trying to use up my hair, skin, and body products. Please check out those playlists if you want to see more project pans from me. I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.